AI is literally ruining your personal brand. Let's talk about it. Okay, we can't blame it all on AI. It's actually your laziness, your avoidance, and your fear of being seen on camera. And if we're being real, it's never been an easier time to actually build a business. And yet people are more disconnected than ever. And let's face it, if you can't even show up for your business, how will people trust you to show up for theirs? Your unique superpower is you. That's literally your biggest asset, but you're passing it off to AI to portray. AI is a powerful tool, don't get me wrong, but if you're using it to hide instead of lead, then there's your problem. AI needs to support your personal brand and not replace your presence. People are leaning too heavily on ChatGPT, AI versions of themselves to create captions, create content ideas, create scripts, which, don't get me wrong, that is a great space to be able to do that type of thing, but we're leaning on it too heavily. I came to that realization in my own business, and what I realized was it was actually stunting my creativity and my content was getting worse. And the thing that gets my goat as somebody who teaches camera confidence is these bloody AI creators that everybody's creating that are different versions of themselves. They're hiding behind this fake version of themselves and they can't even show up for their own business. I'm sorry, but if I see that while I'm scrolling, I'm not really going to want to hire you. You can't pass over your opinions, your authority, your beliefs to ChatGPT, and you sure as hell cannot build a personal brand if all you're doing is using an AI creator. If your entire brand is ChatGPT wrote this, I used an AI creator for that, I'm using stock image for this, I'm sorry, but it's just not going to convert. And as we all know, eyes don't equal money in the bank. If you're doing this and you're getting followers, you're getting likes, that's fine, but you don't have a personal brand if you're not converting. You just have content that you're pushing out. Because your trust is what builds the income. And I'm going to hold your hand as I say this. AI creators are multiplying, like quicker than rabbits. Faceless brands are everywhere with a face now. And what I mean by that is the fact that they're not somebody's actual face. It is an AI version of somebody or a completely made up version. And information is commoditized. So what do we have here? We have our unique connection and our unique selling points. And one of those is that we are a human. We are a real human with real problems that connect in reality to somebody else because we are speaking to the future-paced version of them. So what's going to separate you from everybody else that's on social media? It's your clarity, your energy, your camera presence and confidence, and your strong positioning. Because people buy from who they trust, who they recognize, and who feels real and that they can connect to. If you're avoiding showing your face because you don't feel ready, then I have news for you because you're never going to feel ready. You're never going to build your personal brand properly. The only time that this is going to work for you is if you start absolutely shit scared and you just start rolling, you just start posting. Hiding behind AI and AI creators and AI's words is not going to help you build the personal brand that you want. It's not going to help you connect with people on the other end of the screen. And don't get me wrong, because I don't hate AI. AI and I are besties. I love it. And I think that we should adapt to the times 100%. I'm not saying not to use AI. I am an advocate for AI in the right ways. You can use it for idea expansion, pattern recognition, structuring frameworks, refining hooks, giving you multiple versions of a hook that you want to use, helping you repurpose content that you already have, analyzing trends, repurposing your long form content into short form content. There's so many ways that you can use AI, automated systems, editing. There is a space for AI. I use it every day. It's not to replace you. It's not writing your entire personality and your entire brand. It's not creating a fake version of yourself to create the authority. It's not replacing your voice. And it's not rewriting your entire personality because we want to see you. We don't want to see somebody else. You are your superpower. Your unique gifts are the reason why people are going to be interested in you and not somebody else. So we need to lean into that more. So in saying that, because I do help people with camera confidence, I want to give you 3 tips that can help you to become more confident on camera so you don't have to hide behind an AI version of yourself. And the first one is to decide who the you're talking to before you record. Because if you don't know that, then I'm sorry, the piece of content is probably not going to do very well. Camera anxiety is largely linked to your message and the anxiety that that creates on how it's going to be perceived when you actually push that piece of content out. And whether it's going to work, not work, what are people going to say about you, all of those things. But when you are clear on your message, then you are clear on how you're going to help somebody, and the message comes across a lot clearer. And if you're nervous, you're probably just trying to speak to everybody and just hoping that somebody's going to pick up your piece of content and like it. You need to be so clear on who you're speaking to, one message, one person. And the way that I love to do this is to imagine an actual person, whether that's myself or whether it's someone that I've had a conversation with or helped with the problem that I'm trying to solve with the piece of content. Say what they need to hear, because when you do this, then it feels like you're speaking to somebody, and then you can just pretend that the camera's not there and you're actually speaking to that person. Number two, stop trying to sound smart. Stop trying to be a persona that is not you. Be clear. You don't need to sound fancy or overly scripted. You just need to be clear in what you're saying. Over-explaining things means that you're not showing your message. Using jargon or big industry words is you hiding behind them to sound smart. People don't understand jargon. They don't know industry lingo. You need to speak to them like they've never heard about what it is that you're speaking about, and basically like they're a 5-year-old. Simplicity is authority. So you need to make this as simple as possible for people to be able to understand it, and you'll start to build authority when people can clearly understand in simple terms what you're trying to teach or what you're trying to help them with. Think about how you would say this if you were having a quick conversation with somebody, you're in the DMs, or if you were explaining it to a friend. If somebody asks, what do you do? You're not going to spend 5 minutes explaining what you do. You're probably going to give them a quick elevator pitch style. So think about that when you are creating your content. We don't want long-winded, we don't want over-explaining, we want precise and to the point. And the third one, this one is skipped a lot, because as people, we like to change things up, we like variety. But I promise you, if you're doing that with your content, it's gonna hurt you more than it's gonna help you. And what I mean by this is your confidence is going to come from repetition, but the repetition is also going to build your authority, because that same message said over and over and over again in different ways is how you build your authority. The recognition is going to come from that repetition, because they're going to see you as the authority that can help them, because you keep on popping up in their feed saying the same damn thing over and over again. Your through line should show up every single week, and it should be clear. My through line, because I help people turn content into sales, is clarity, conversion, conversation, and sales. You need to figure out how you help people and what your through line is, so you can repeat that in all of your content. Your through line should show up every week in every piece of content that you create. For example, because I help people turn their content into sales, my through line is clarity, confidence, conversion, sales. So you need to figure out how you help somebody and what your through line is. If somebody binge watches your content, that through line needs to show up in every single piece of content. They should hear the same clear idea from different angles, because that is how authority is built, and that is how your brand is going to be built. Using AI the right way would look like using it to automate systems, using it to help edit your content. Sometimes what I do is remove objects out of my shot. Sometimes what I do is help it change colors of things in my videos. I use it every day. I use an AI feature on CapCut. I use ChatGPT to help me refine things and ideas or build on them and ideate, but I don't let it replace me. I don't let it be the one with the ideas, because that is when the robot is speaking to the person rather than the person speaking to the person. And we all connect with human connection, not with AI. Some people connect with AI, but at the end of the day, AI should amplify your work, not replace it. It shouldn't replace your thinking. It shouldn't replace your creativity. And you will never have me saying that the future is faceless. because it's not. We're always going to want to have connections with people, and that means showing our face, showing our real story, and showing our real personality and unique selling points about ourselves. The future is about clear, embodied, real, and decisive leaders. Not ones that lean on AI the wrong way, but lean on AI the right way to build their brand. So choose how you use these tools wisely. And if you want authority, I'm not sorry. You have to show up for your brand. People are not going to trust you if you don't. And if you want trust, you need to speak clearly about your offer. And if you want clients, guess what? You have to let people see you. Am I wrong? You can't even tell me I'm wrong because I'm an Aries and I won't believe you. So yeah, AI is not ruining your brand. That was clickbait, but your avoidance is. Let's be real about this. And if this triggered you a little, good. It should have. You need to show up for your brand. It's the only way that you're going to get somewhere, but it means that you care. And if you want more help with this, then I do have my community as well, where I share exactly how I was able to build my personal brand with less than 1,000 followers and replace my 9-to-5 income. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.